Sir? Sir? Could I have a job? No. Welcome back everyone to Aviator Inspirations, where I take away the mystery from the aviation industry. So if you're new here, consider subscribing so you don't miss any of my weekly videos. This week I'm going to help you build a fantastic professional looking pilot resume. And just for all of you, I have made a free pilot resume building guide that you can download below. So go ahead, get that downloaded so you can follow along. Let's jump right in. Research. In order to get a job, you have to find a job. Seems simple enough, but where do you start? Well, Google is an easy first place. Simply just start typing in pilot job and Google Analytics is going to start predicting results for you. Whether you want to search for a job by country or by province, this is the first place to start. Once you found the job applicable to you, whether it's your first job or you're moving up into the airlines, structure your resume accordingly. Start with your name and personal information, moving down to the objective. Next is your flight time, since that's pretty much what qualifies you for the flying job. Include only the relevant flight hours, and if this is your first flying job, include the flight time as a single number. Don't list every single Cessna you flew in the past. Then list all the licenses and qualifications you have. If you're applying for a multi-engine job, make sure you have your IFR rating as well, because you'll be very limited in the flying that you will actually be able to do, and you won't be very useful to the company. Remember that the goal is to stand out on a pilot resume, and if you're overqualified, that looks a lot better than if you're underqualified or you're working on it. Lastly comes the flight experience, and the goal here is to show that your previous flying jobs have given you the experience and knowledge necessary for the job that you're actually applying to now. If this is your first flying job, then pick a previous job that demonstrates the skills and experience that will benefit the company if they hire you. I have included a list of do's and don'ts in the pilot resume guide, so check those out. Next, you have to make a cover letter, and this is the first place an employer starts, so you have to make a good impression real quick. Start by researching who the chief pilot is and address the letter to them. Don't address it to whom it may concern. You know who it concerns, the chief pilot. They're the ones giving you the job, so include their name on the cover letter. The first paragraph should be the hook and gives the recruiter a reason to want to keep reading and to hire you. Keep this opening paragraph brief but focused. This will lay a strong foundation for the rest of the letter. Now in the body, you expand on the foundation you laid out in the first paragraph by providing concrete examples of your previous skills and experiences. Then finish off with a strong conclusion by restating your interest in the position and try to insert one or more reminders of your skills and experiences. Check out my do's and don'ts in the resume guide about cover letters. If this is your first resume or you want to update your format, there are many up-to-date sources now that can make this process quite easy for you. If you want to keep things simple for yourself, Microsoft Word has dozens of templates for resumes and cover letters. All you have to do is plug in your personal information and the resume is done. If you want to get more creative with your resume and it's applicable for the job that you're applying to, there are online options as well. Canva is a popular website. As a disclaimer, I am not endorsed by them, but I do use them regularly for this YouTube channel. They also have a ton of templates available with creative styles and designs that you also just plug in your information and you just download that as a PDF. Lastly, before you send anything off, spell check. I cannot emphasize the importance of this. Nothing kills a professional vibe more than silly grammatical or spelling mistakes. Microsoft Word does a really good job at correcting spelling mistakes, but after working hours and hours on your resume, you'll be surprised how you've been reading the same word that's been spelled incorrectly or had a different meaning to the one you intended. Well, that's all I have for you today. I hope my free pilot resume building guide helps you land an interview. If you have any further questions, connect with me on my social media. Fly safe everyone, and I'll see you next week.